We used to keep free-range pigs here, but they were very hard on the ground, leading to lots of soil erosion. So last year we tried a few broiler hens instead. Broiler hens are specially bred to get big enough to eat. That was successful, so we thought we'd raise some more this year, but things didn't go quite according to plan. I had ordered 6-day-old chicks and had the heat lamp all set up and ready, but when I went to collect them, my poultry man only had 10 much older ones left. He sold them cheap, so it was a bargain really, but I wasn't ready for this size bird. So that meant I had to come up with a bigger run for them really quick, and this is what I did. I used the mesh sheets I keep for my other hen houses. You can get them in different mesh sizes, and this is the 3-inch size. Because they're twice as long as they are wide, they lend themselves very neatly to this design layout. And you don't need to cut any of the sheets at all, and they bend easily to this shape without any tools. I'm using special clips that you can buy for the job, but twisted wire would do just as well to join the edges. So that was easy, and I had a tunnel shape in no time.
Lots of them fat ones. All shiny and black. That's why they're called blackberries, I suppose.
I spent a little while measuring the curved end at different heights and plotted out the shape in my drawing program, but that was just to make sure it came out symmetrical. You could just stand up a piece of board and draw around it, which would be much quicker. And of course you could use a jigsaw to cut out the wooden shapes, but I have my marvellous routing machine to do that for me. I'm using 1/2-inch exterior MDF, but you could use timber boards or plywood or sterling board too. Just don't make it too heavy. Because I'm not cutting the mesh at all, the doors have to be in the ends. And I included handholds too for moving them around. In fact, I changed the design a little for the second end, bringing the handholds closer together and making the door narrower but taller. You could use hinges, but I chose to do without. The ends are wired into the mesh through holes drilled in the wood, and it's finished, except it needs a roof. I'm using offcuts of polytunnel plastic. Rolling up the edges stops them flapping and makes all the difference to its robustness. I put in one of our old brown hens too, to teach them how to eat grass, and they seem quite happy in there. They quickly learn to stretch out in the sunshine and take shelter when it rains. Fast forward a month or so and the weather's getting chillier at night. I added another piece of roof, so whichever way the rain blows they can be dry. And every couple of days I move them along a bit. It's easier with 2 people, but if you're careful of their toes, you can move one end at a time. Now, this is designed for summer use only, so there's no more shelter than this covering. Of course, if you wanted to keep hens in there when it gets colder, they would need more protection from the weather. but when I first made this I was more worried about them overheating. Anyway, I thought I'd show you this because it seems to be a successful design and it's really easy to make. I think 6 hens would be ideal for this size run, but these 11 have enough room too. It's just that now they're getting big, they make it heavy to move. Anybody want some old grapes? Oh, everybody wants old grapes. The mesh means it's not really cheap, but my plan is to prop it up on blocks for the winter, and that way it should last many seasons.